The animals of Springfield Park were worried. In fact, they were very worried.
Do you know where the children are?
Why are there no leaves on the trees?
There's not one flower in the park, and it's nearly May.
Even the grass isn't growing.
Something's not right. Even the sun doesn't visit. We need help.
Suddenly, the wise old oak tree stirred. He stretched and creaked his mighty branches. His weathered face appeared, and he slowly opened his eyes.
Spring has forgotten us. She is sad because the children have stopped visiting the park to admire her work. She loves to hear their laughter and watch them play on the soft grass. If the children come back to play, spring will return.
But how do we do that?
As they sat thinking, roots from the old oak tree started to climb up from the ground. The animals watched in wonder as the roots twisted and turned to form the shape of a park bench. The animals were puzzled.
How is that going to help us?
There was no reply. Hedgehog looked up, but the old oak tree had gone back to sleep. Suddenly, the sound of footsteps and tapping sent the animals scattering once more. Anthony walked carefully along the path, tapping his cane from side to side. Although it was a route he knew well, his cane suddenly hit a large, unfamiliar object, and he stopped in surprise. He reached out his hand to feel.
Ah, a new bench.
As he sat down, Rabbit popped his head out and recognised Anthony.
It's okay. It's only Anthony. You can come out.
Who's there?
Rabbit was surprised that Anthony had spoken back and popped back behind the bush. Squirrel whispered from behind a tree.
What's going on?
Anthony jumped to his feet.
This isn't funny. Who's there? Stop messing about.
I think he can hear us.
Impossible! Humans can't hear our voices.
Anthony didn't reply this time. He stood for a moment, looking rather cross, before sitting back down.
I'm sure he heard me.
I certainly can hear you, and this is not the least bit funny.
The animals were amazed.
It's the bench. When he sits on the bench, he can hear us.
Rabbit decided to take charge.
Good morning. Please don't be alarmed, but I'm a rabbit and I need your help.
Anthony frowned and looked rather cross.
I think you're being rather silly.
Please don't get up. Reach out and feel. I'm telling the truth.
Before Anthony could get to his feet, Rabbit jumped onto the bench and hopped onto Anthony's lap. Anthony cried in surprise, but as his hands reached out, he felt the soft, warm fur of Rabbit and gasped.
See, I told you, you're talking to a rabbit. Now listen carefully, Anthony. We need your help.
Rabbit explained that the park was dying. Spring was refusing to visit the park and nothing would grow. Spring will only return if the children come back.
Do you know where the children are?
Oh yes, they'll be playing games and chatting on their computers.
Why don't they play games and chat in the park?
I guess it's easier to stay at home. They can all chat to their friends without leaving their bedroom.
How awful.
The animals needed a plan. How on earth were they going to tempt the children back to the park? After several minutes, a smile grew on Anthony's face.
I have an idea.
Anthony took out his phone to record a message.
Come to the park this Saturday at 10 a.m. for your chance to win a special prize.
He sent the message to 6 of his friends. After only a few seconds, his phone beeped. Anthony didn't reply. His phone beeped again with a message from a different friend. His phone kept beeping with messages and questions, so Anthony switched it to silent.
I think it's working. See you on Saturday.
What do you think the prize is?
I don't know, but I love surprises.
All that week, Anthony's friends pestered him about the prize, but he refused to discuss the matter. Excitement spread around the whole school, then around the whole town. What could the prize be? Early on a rather gloomy Saturday morning, a young girl was the first to arrive at the park carrying a new kite. As she flew the kite and it soared into the sky, she giggled in delight. Spring was listening. She heard the young girl playing. Deep in the undergrowth, a tiny flower appeared. At the tip of a branch, the first leaf of spring emerged. As more children arrived, the park came back to life. Grey clouds parted and the warm glow of the sun filtered down. Flowers woke from their slumber. Their rich colour and fragrance filled the air. Soft, luscious grass grew like a carpet, and the trees blossomed and stretched to enjoy the warmth and sway in the gentle breeze. The fine weather and sound of laughter brought even more visitors to the park. Families brought picnics, dog walkers chatted, and joggers bounced merrily along the pathways. Some simply sat on the benches to admire the new flower beds. Others just lay on a blanket reading, or simply watched the clouds drift by. Anthony sat on the magic bench and the animals jumped up to sit beside him.
What a beautiful day! Spring has returned to our lovely park.
Anthony beamed with pride as he listened to the sound of life fill every corner of the park. A young girl playing hide and seek noticed Anthony on the bench and called over.
Hi, Anthony.
The little girl suddenly remembered Anthony's text message.
Hang on. Anthony, who won the prize?
Anthony listened to the sounds of the children playing. He chuckled to himself and replied,
Everybody.
What color is the wind, Daddy? Is it yellow, red or blue? When he's playing with my hair, Daddy, does he do the same to you? When he's dying, does his color fade?